What's good, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Golden 83, and I am here to do a Heart's Desire reading for the sign of Virgo. Okay, Virgo, you guys are third on the zodiac lineup for group 2. Hopefully, you guys are doing well. Remember, you guys, these are general messages, not personal, so take what resonates and pass the rest to the next. Okay. Didn't forget about you guys. A little behind schedule on getting you guys done. Only due to, as you know, the energy shifting. Okay. So, and having some personal stuff to do. All right. So, nonetheless, let's go ahead and get into your reading. Okay. So, we're going to start with one from the top, which is for your present energy, one from the bottom, which is for your past energy, and then one energetically from the middle, which I think I'm going to go here, which is for future energy, and then we'll look at the bottom of the deck to see what the overall outcome is of this spread here. Okay, so let's see what you got going on, Virgos. We have the Eight of Pentacles, okay, for your present energy. Then we have the Five of Cups for your past energy, okay. And then for future energy, we have the Knight of Cups, okay. Now, I don't know why, but I feel like Knight of Cups energy came out in one of your readings before, like sometime last year. You can correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, if you've been watching, keeping up with your readings. But nonetheless, let's go ahead and get into these. Okay, so Eight of Pentacles. Okay, Eight of Pentacles. As you can see, a lot of work being done right here as far as artistry is concerned. Okay, and so right now is probably the time, Virgos, for you to knuckle down and get to work on something in particular that really requires your attention. Okay, maybe some fine tuning, some tweaking, things of that nature. Okay, something that possibly isn't really related to relationships, in my opinion, for some of you. Now, these readings are usually for sun sign placements, but remember, Virgos, you possibly will be sharing your energy with other zodiac signs that may have Virgo in their birth chart. Okay, so just be mindful of that. Okay, take what resonates and pass the rest. Past energy with this Five of Cups. Okay, past energy, Five of Cups energy. There is a sunset here with 3 up, 2 down. Okay, and that is your typical rider's weight. Has usually 3 cups down, 2 still up. Okay, so in the past, you may have been disappointed about something maybe not working out, as far as work related, maybe. Or it could be a personal interaction of, I'm getting this vibe of not really being chosen for something, or things that you thought you should have been chosen for, but you still have things in the background that you can still kind of put work towards. Okay, so nothing really to be disappointed about. Okay, because you still have something to work towards. Okay, but that is past energy. Okay, your future energy is this Knight of Cups. Okay, Knight of Cups energy, water energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Those are just honorable mentions. You don't have to be dealing with one of those signs. You could have some of those signs or one of those signs in your birth chart. But with this Knight of Cups energy, I feel as though it's more so going to be you kind of tapping into some kind of networking, okay, of some sort, and kind of becoming a little bit more relaxed, if you will, in your communications, being a little bit more able to advertise or market yourself a little bit better, okay, maybe a little bit more suave in your communications, if you will, is part of the future energy, is what I'm feeling for Virgos, okay? Now, let's see what the overall outcome is of this energy here, okay? Which is an Ace of Cups, okay? Ace of Cups, very nice, okay? So Ace of Cups is talking about like a major offer on the table, okay? From doing the necessary work that you need to do to maybe fine tune something. Maybe in the past someone told you, it would be a good idea, whatever it is that you had on the table, but it needed some fine tuning, okay? Which could have led to some kind of disappointment because maybe you thought it was good, but maybe just a few tweaks here and there would make it even better, okay? And then being able to promote yourself without really needing, I guess, any outside help leads you into a possible offer, okay? A potential offer, all right? Now, like I said, I don't really feel any relationship vibes here. It feels more personal work type of endeavor, okay? Is what I'm feeling more so or less, okay? If it is relationship wise, you can always head over to your All My Love reading. That might help you a little bit more so, okay? So let's go ahead and get into the clarifiers for you guys, Virgo. One from the top for the Eight of Pentacles, one from the bottom for the Five of Cups, and then one energetically from the middle, which this one is catching my eye a little bit. So we'll go here, and then we'll look at the bottom of the deck to clarify this Ace of Cups energy, okay? So let's see what you guys have going on in the clarifiers. So we have the Devil, okay? Capricorn energy for present energy. We have the Ten of Voices, which is Ten of Swords for the Five of Cups. And then we have Justice for the Knight of Cups, okay? So that's your clarifying energy, okay? Now, with this Eight of Pentacles, with this Devil energy, which is new energy alert, because I don't think I've ever seen the Devil come out in the Muse deck, okay? So it definitely has this kind of fiery kind of energy with it, okay? We have kind of like a moth, if you will, kind of above her on this like mountain in the middle, and two other kind of like geisha type figures on the side, kind of like in orange cloaks. And of course, there's kind of like some imagery of kind of like bounds or gauze around this woman figure underneath them that has kind of like moth wings. And then from her fingertips is almost like thin lines of like puppet strings coming from the gauze that's wrapped around her forearms, okay? Eyes closed. Now, the Devil energy usually talks about some kind of mischievousness of some sort. And I don't feel that with you guys. Like I said, I feel so more of a determined energy to work on something. You may feel as though someone may be trying to sabotage what you have going on, okay? That's the vibe that I'm feeling. And it could be either a Capricorn or it could just be someone having that in their chart, okay? Just honorable mentions here, okay? But based off of what happened in the past, okay? So kind of like a vibe of, let's say, for example, you went to someone and you, like I said before, they told you to change something, and it seems like that's a repetitive thing. Like you work on it, it gets changed, and then it's kind of like a back and forth type thing. Like you do that one thing that they told you to do, and then it turns into, well, that's good, but then I thought about it, maybe you should put it back the way it was. It's kind of like either trying to keep you from, you feel like they're trying to keep you from completing something that could have probably been done like 2 weeks ago, okay? or a month ago. So you kind of constantly kind of feel like you're behind schedule, and it feels like you're trying to catch up, but you can't because of this particular energy, okay? And it could be just you in your head about things, okay? So let's go on to this past energy with this 10 of voices, okay? 10 of swords with this 5 of cups, okay? Past energy, again, like I said, disappointment, possibly again someone telling you this is not going to work, but maybe it'll work this way, and you should change this but keep that. You get tired, okay? Pretty much, because the 10 of swords is usually someone laying down in the rider's weight with, you know, swords in their back, and that's usually like, stick a fork in me, I'm done, like I can't do but so much. And it's like you feel as though someone's nitpicking at your work, okay? And it could be, you know, not to shame you guys, Virgos, but it could be self-infliction in the sense of being secure within yourselves to do something without someone's assistance, okay? um, However, if you ask for someone's assistance because you really value their opinion, then what comes with it is their full on honesty. Okay. And so you have to entrust in that, especially if it's someone that's close to you that you do really look up to or admire for their intellect or their mindset or their viewpoints. Okay, so that comes with the territory when you ask for someone's assistance in the sense of suggestions. Okay, but do not, in the past you kind of let it deter you from moving forward with something. So it could have caused you to either start over from scratch, um, and possibly feeling like you're not good enough for something, okay? But it's really not that. It's just the fact that it's just a lot of it. It's a lot of energy, Virgos, and it's you guys going back and forth in your head, okay, about what it is that you're working on presently, okay, based off of the opinions that you've gotten from either multiple people or one particular person, that you just in the past felt like you were kind of done, okay. It could be just from a particular career choice of actually working underneath someone that was constantly kind of writing you a little bit about every little thing, and you felt like you just could not get ahead or please this person. And so now maybe you're doing things on your own or heading another project and you're wondering if you're going to go through the same thing. Okay, so again, does not feel relationship related in my opinion. Okay, if you were looking for something in regards to relationship, again, all my love readings are definitely probably going to be more so for you, because this feels like a totally different set of the Virgo collective. Okay, dealing with work issues. Okay, so now we have the Knight of Cups with Justice, okay, in future energy. Okay, like I said, the possibility of you guys getting a little bit more secure within yourselves, okay, um, being able to speak for yourselves, and speaking from the heart space and from your throat chakra, okay, because justice is here, okay. And the justice card in your clarifying deck, it's a person kind of split in half, okay, like an outer skin, if you will, okay. Normally, which is, in my opinion, nothing remotely like the Libra scale that we're used to in the regular Rider's Waite, or in the Mystic Mondays deck, okay? But it's like an outer skin that's like undertoned from a natural tone of the same face kind of just being split a little bit in half, almost like a clamshell, and they kind of peek out um, of the same face, okay? And I feel like it's in turn some form of enlightenment. There's kind of like this ribboning flower blossoming up underneath like the chin, almost like a flowing skirt, if you will. But there's two doorway paths to different sceneries going on with one person just walking up on the right side. Okay, so always stay, in my opinion, I say this about myself, I always stay on the right side of right. Okay, and so that is part of justice. Okay, standing up for what's right. Okay, while being honest with yourself and with others. Okay, and so you have this outer skin of you that is one way or thinks one way, but your inner thoughts say something totally different. And with this Knight of Cups, I do feel like it's, you're able to speak in a way that's not abrasive or insulting. It's more so just being forthright and honest. Okay, and getting tired of being that outer skin of hiding what you truly feel and kind of speaking on it, which actually poses well for you. Okay, so that's your future placement. Okay, in that sense. Now, let's get into what's underneath to clarify this Ace of Cups, which is a page of inspiration with Two of Wands underneath the Ace of Cups. Okay, so I believe with that being said, it leads on to, if you go from a page of inspiration, which would be a page of wands with an Ace of Cups, it's talking about new beginnings. Okay, and getting an offer to either do something or move into maybe a different industry of some sort. Okay, or that move that you really wanted to make. Okay, and starting on a new pathway, a new journey leading up to Two of Wands. I add these wands together, seems to me like you're going to start catching your footing on what it is that you truly want to do, and being able to do it without someone fine tuning your work. Like I said, being very secure within yourself to handle something as big as your own personal project. Just don't stand in the way of yourself. Okay, is the best thing that I can tell you. Okay, Virgos. So let's go ahead and get into your heart oracle to see what the final decision is. Okay, at this point of the reading, again, if you're still looking or debating on love in general, you could get a message between these two oracle decks, the heart oracle or the power of surrender. Okay, also, I would suggest to look at your birth chart and look at the placements that are dealing with love and relationships, and possibly go check out your reading for that placement with Heart's Desire, okay, readings, or the All My Loves, so that way you can get more of a well-rounded reading, okay, Virgos? So, we did 3 shuffles, cut by 3s. The bottom of the deck shows us daydreams and decisions. Okay, daydreams and decisions. Okay, new energy alert. Definitely want to thank you all for your patronage. By all means, you can hit the like button or subscribe to the channel so that way you can get notified when I post another reading for your sign. Okay, so the number 7 here, 7 equating out to some inner strength that you need to have, Virgos, moving forward with whatever it is that you are thinking about doing, okay, with daydreams and decisions. Like I said, kind of honing in on who you are as a person, being a little bit more responsible, speaking your truth, so that way not just to others but to yourself, okay? And so really centering yourself. There's a woman here, kind of almost like transparent clothing or cloak, if you will, and she has this green belt on that's kind of leading into like some a grassy knoll, if you will, and there's still clouds, as if she's kind of like transcending, and it kind of illustrates what a daydream possibly could look like, is being somewhat centered within yourself but transcending into the sky, in the sense of daydreaming and trying to make a final decision on something, okay? As you may be thinking too much into the future, if you will, as far as how things may turn out if you go this way, all the infinite probabilities, okay? maybe instead of doing that, kind of focus more so on what your main goal is or how you would like for it to end out, Virgos, and then maybe you can see that result happen. Okay, instead of thinking of multiple probabilities, think of only one that gives you the best result that you're looking for. Okay, so let's go ahead and head into the book here with daydreams so we can get some more messages for you guys. Okay, page 109, equaling out to 10, some form of awakening about what it truly is that you are looking to do. Okay, so you do have love underneath, okay, which is 6. Reevaluating. For some of you, I feel like it's a possibility of maybe daydreaming of whether or not you're ready to be in a relationship or not. Okay, maybe after getting out of something, if you're willing to be in something else with someone, and how you want that to go for some of you. Okay, so it is there. Okay, just not a lot in your spread. Okay, so your keywords here are fantasies, imagination, options, choose. Okay, when this card appears, it often means that there's a certain amount of confusion and uncertainty regarding your love life. What it is that you really desire. What is it that you really desire? What would you like to change or attract? You have many options in front of you if you will only see them. Do some daydreaming about possible futures. Have fun. It's through your fantasies and imagination that you transform your desires into reality. Once you've sorted out your options and played around with the possibilities, it's time for action. While it's pleasant to daydream, staying in fantasy land is not wise. Take your time, but eventually decisions will have to be made in order for you to move forward. Reflect on your wishes, decide which feels right, and choose a course of action. You'll feel powerful for having made the decision and will be on your way to manifesting change. Okay? You will be on your way to manifesting change. Okay? So while it's nice to daydream and have fantasies about what could be, you need to focus on how to make that said wish come true. Okay? How to manifest things. Okay? So, with that being said, let's get into your power of surrender for your final message of support, Virgos. Okay? To wrap up your reading here. And again, like I said, this Capricorn energy can only do but so much if you start kind of going into the negative side of things. Okay? Meaning reverting back or kind of comparing your previous relationships that could have been a little bit tumultuous, if you will, to what you're trying to achieve now. If you focus too much on the negative, then that is what you're going to get. Okay? And you're going to be fearful of it. Okay? So, at the bottom of the deck, we have surrender to creativity. Okay? Surrender to creativity. It says, let your imagination soar. Stay open to all creative ideas about how to pursue a dream or solve a problem. Okay? We have a woman holding a mirror that is having butterflies fly out of it, and kind of in a field of wheat, if you will. But the sun is kind of setting a little bit or rising behind her. It's a beautiful image. Okay? Yellow being the tone here with a little bit of orange. So focus on your sacral and solar plexus chakras. Okay? If you do any meditation. And focus on what your inner child is asking for. Your creativity comes from your solar plexus. Okay? So what brings you joy? What brings you peace? What gives you that boost of energy? Okay? So if you feel a little bit of a blockage or an unalignment, by all means work on those two chakras. Okay? But nonetheless, This is for those that are working, but kind of letting your insecurities plague you from being able to create something beautiful. Okay, so surrender to creativity. Okay, sometimes you can get some ideas from, just taking a break from working too hard. Okay, and kind of watch something that might boost some energy, such as if you're an artist. Um, Watch something that might be very live or colorful. Sometimes watching an animation is sometimes helpful. Go to a museum of art in your neighborhood. Go out in nature. Go to the beach, somewhere that exudes a lot of vibrant colors. Okay, maybe take a road trip somewhere. Go to a festival so that way you can experience another culture, and maybe that could possibly awaken some things in you as well. Okay, so with that being said, Virgos, that is really all that I have for you guys today. So until your next reading, peace.